My name is Jillian, and this is Jillian Camps, Arizona, and today we're treating ourselves to some new hiking shoes. I'm finally getting around to answering the question that I get the most, and that is, what type of shoe do you use while hiking? Guess what? I just bought some, so we're doing a couple of shoe videos so I can show you. First of all, I wanted to show you a before and after hiking the Grand Canyon video of what my hiking shoes look like before and after doing a long hike. In a couple days, I'm doing 51 miles in the Grand Canyon. Yes, rim to rim to rim. I'm doing a different video for that. Y'all just gonna have to come along with me here, okay? Today, we are doing an unboxing of a couple of pairs of shoes, actually. Merrell's is my go-to brand. I go to the Merrell outlet store. It's cheaper. I got 3 pairs of shoes for about $200. I know you're asking yourself, Jillian, that's a lot of money for shoes, but let me tell you, people spend more money on than that for shoes, okay? So spending some money on hiking shoes, this is what I like to do. And guess how many miles I do? I mean, in 4 days, I'm doing 51 miles. So you can imagine how many shoes I go through, you know? It's usually on average about one every couple years or one every year, depending on what type of shoe. With the more expensive shoes, guess what? They last longer. So today, I wanted to show you what I like so much about the Merrell shoes. I don't have to do an unboxing, do I? Y'all know what a shoebox looks like. Here's the shoebox for Merrell shoes. They come in this type of shoebox. We all know what that looks like. But look at how nice these are, okay? I wanted to show you kind of an up close part of this. So here's the kind of the inside part. These shoes are super nice. Now, the main thing is that in Arizona, you do not need waterproof shoes, okay? Again, Merrell is not a sponsor here. None of these people are. I'm doing this out of the kindness of my heart. This is the truth, the reality. I love these shoes. Another thing is that you'll notice, I do not like the high top shoes. You know, some people swear by those high tops. I hate high tops, the ones that come up to here. I feel like my ankle is locked, and I feel like if I roll it, like my whole dang leg's gonna be torn off, okay? So I just don't like it. Some people swear by those types of shoes. Listen, if you're one of those people, buy whatever type of shoe you want to do it, go for, you know, and hike in for 51 miles. You buy whatever type of shoe you want, okay? But the main thing is that you need to hike in those shoes, all right? This isn't a game. And you don't want to be on mile number 30 and roll your ankle and then not know what to do. So the key here is that you want to spend your money on what separates you from the ground, right? Shoes, the tent, etc. Those are going to be your big ticket items. So anyways, these are Merrells. These are not waterproof Merrells. They're just the brown with some purple decorative little numbers on them. Dark purple shoelaces, size 10. I have ginormous feet. They're the Vibram soles one. I do like the Vibram soles, the ones that have little circles. I feel they're more stable when you hit the ground. So that's these. And I got, here's my other Merrells that I bought. Whoops. These are going to be very similar. Guess what? It's the Vibram soles again, okay? Vibram soles. And they're just blue color instead of purple. Now, these ones are waterproof. Why is that? That's because sometimes I just think to myself, well, maybe I would need waterproof shoes. Maybe if I go to the Northwest or something, or maybe I go hiking in Utah in the winter time. It snows up there, okay? I'm gonna need waterproof shoes maybe for some aspects of it. Again, I like the Vibram soles here. I like these, they're hard rubber. And I'm just a Merrell fan, okay? This is not a sponsored video. So what I wanted to show you though is look at how thick and nice the new sole looks. Isn't that pretty? Oh. Now, I'm gonna do a new versus old video. I wanna show you what my old ones look like. It's hilarious. You're gonna love it. Anyways, I wanna do an unboxing why I like the Merrell shoes. I used to buy really cheap ones, okay? When I was first starting hiking, and I would actually like highly recommend those. They're the Adidas. They look very similar to these. They were like $40 at the Adidas store. You can also buy them from like oh God, what do they call that shoe store? I forget. You know, any of like the mall shoe stores will carry the Adidas brand or some type of hiking shoe, a cheaper hiking shoe that you can use. And I'd say go for that shoe, the cheaper shoe, if you're just starting out, if you just want to try something. You don't have to go for the $200 Merrell shoes. In fact, I don't recommend it. What if you buy the really expensive shoes and you don't like hiking? Well, then you're out the $200, you know? So, you know, just start off with some cheap ones, or like if you're on a tight budget or, you know, money's tight, I understand, you know, just go for like the cheap Adidas ones. Those are like 35, 40 bucks a pair, or they make probably some other generic brands. So again, this video is not like Merrells are the best. I prefer Merrells. I like the low top. I like the cut of the shoe. I've been buying them for years now. Literally, as soon as I could start buying my own fancy shoes and I realized I was going to be hiking a lot, I went for the Merrells, and I haven't turned back, and I haven't looked at anything else since. So feel free to look at other shoes too, other expensive shoes in the higher price ranges. You know, I can't think of the ones that my friend Prashant uses, but he doesn't like Merrells because he thinks that they're heavy. There's some lighter weight shoes especially, but I like these shoes. So, you know, get what you want to get. And this is just my opinion. All right. Hey, thanks so much for coming with me, you guys. I really appreciate it. We're talking about Merrells today. All right, let's go do the new versus old Merrells, and we'll talk about what the soles look like after heavy usage. So thanks for coming with me on this Jillian Camps Arizona video. I really appreciate it. Feel free to thumbs up this video if you like it, or you want to see more of it. Also, if you're not currently subscribed to me and you want to follow me around, please hit that subscribe button below. It really helps me out a lot. You can like my page on Facebook, Instagram. I have a TikTok. It's not very active. Sorry. Thank you so much for watching. Hey, I'll see you in the next video, huh? We'll be talking about more Merrell stuff.